One of the biggest ways we resist God's provision is by deciding how it should happen and when it should happen. We may not say it out loud, but internally we can think, this is not happening yet. It should look like this. I expected this. And when we don't see the evidence of our own expectations, we can get frustrated and discouraged and even disappointed in God when He's doing His thing and we're just supposed to be doing our thing, which is trust that He is who He is and He does what He says He does, which is He's our Father and He provides for His children. But ultimately, this is where trust gets tested. You really don't learn to trust God until you're put in the fire, so to speak, of provision, in a way. I went through that. I think all of us go through that to some degree, and how we are supposed to learn and grow and be who God made us to be. But we learn that trusting God doesn't mean just trusting that He will provide. We trust by believing He's going to provide in the way He's going to provide and when He's going to provide. And that's actually harder to do. Just completely let all the expectation and attachment to outcomes go. Because His ways may not make sense to us. Hindsight's 2020, as the expression says. Often you don't understand what God's put you through or what you're going through until after. If you're blessed with the knowledge of it, and you could still be in the middle of it where you don't have understanding yet. But that's why we walk by faith. And most of all, His timing may feel too slow. We are on our own time schedules here. We have a limited mind, honestly, especially when it comes to time. The world really pushes age and timing, especially for women, like the biological clock, right? So we can get wrapped up in time and expectations of, receiving money now, things now, relationships now, instead of when it's best for us. And also His methods may look completely different than what we're expecting. So here's what you have to remember. God sees what you can't. He sees the full picture. He sees the people, the places, the things that have to align. He sees what you need to grow in and who you need to become to hold certain blessings and provision. And ultimately, He's in charge of everything. He sees what needs to happen behind the scenes, orchestrating everything. So when things don't look like how you expect, it does not mean something's wrong. It does not mean God has abandoned you. It definitely doesn't mean that God is failing you. He does not fail. His children, right? It just means that God is working outside of your understanding, right? Until we learn to trust God more and become more familiar with the way He provides, it's unfamiliar, so it's uncomfortable, and sometimes it can bring up fears and disappointments again, and discouragement and doubt in God when we don't see what we're expecting. So today I want you to release your expectations. I want you to become more open to different outcomes. Release your attachments to outcomes, because you may be missing what God is actually doing in your life. His ways are higher than our ways. His thoughts are higher than ours. Ask Him to reveal how His thoughts, His ways to you. And you may be getting nuggets of knowledge as you move through your trials of learning to trust Him more. But start practicing releasing the how and when of God's provision. Get that childlike faith, the expectancy, the knowingness that God is your Father. He promised to provide. He does provide. He will provide. He is the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow, as we know. So you can trust that He will come through and He will provide for you. And you just have to train your eyes and your brain and your heart and your mind, everything, to expand your definition of how it's supposed to come. So today, release the how and when, give it back to God, trust Him to be your good Father and provide for you. And again, just release all expectations of outcome and see how provision just comes naturally to you, and you embody more the peace and trust and the flow of walking with Him daily. So, I love you guys.